Screaming Eagle Winery is a world-renowned co-winery located in Oakville, Napa Valley, California. They're known for its exceptional quality and scarcity. The winery produces some of the most highly sought-after wines in the entire world, with a price for a single bottle range from $2,000 to $10,000 or more. In this detailed content, we're going to explore the history, winemakers, winemaking techniques, score for various vintage, and tasting note of this famous Screaming Eagle Winery. And if you love wine, be sure to give me a like and follow. That will really help me out. Now let's get to it. Let's start with some history. The Screaming Eagle Winery was established in 1986 by John Phillips, a former real estate agent who purchased a 57-acre property in Oakville. Now, the property was originally planted with Zinfandel vine, but Phillips replanted the vineyard with Cabernet, Merlot, and Cab Franc. Very popular thing to do, as those grapes usually produce a higher pricing bottles of wine to begin with. Now, the first vintage was produced in 1992, and it was an instant hit with wine enthusiasts and gaining critical acclaim and high scoring from wine critics. Now, in 2006, Charles Banks, a former investment banker and wine enthusiast, purchased the winery from Phillips. And in 2009, he sold the majority stake to Stanley Krupnik, a real estate developer and the owner of several professional sports teams, including the Los Angeles Rams and Denver Nuggets. Next, we're going to talk about the winemaker who made this wine. Screaming Eagle has had a number of talented winemakers over the years. Now, the first and original was Heidi Barrett, who was responsible for the first 10 vintages of the wine. She is a legendary, talented winemaker who also worked for so many other co-wineries such as Delaval, Grace Family, and Paradigm. In 2005, Heidi Barrett left Screaming Eagle and was replaced by Andy Erickson, who had previously worked at Stagland Vineyard, Heartland Estate, and Ovid. So strong resume. Now, Erickson was the winemaker for Screaming Eagle until 2010, after which he was succeeded by the young Nick Gislason. Gislason, who was previously also working at Heartland as Andy's assistant. And the winery also hired Michel Roland as his wine consultant. If you're not familiar with him, he's a renowned French winemaker and wine consultant who worked with wineries all over the world, including Chateau Margaux, Petrus, and Opus One. When it comes to winemaking technique, of course, Screaming Eagle is on par with all the quality luxury wine. So they use a combination of traditional and modern winemaking technique, and the grapes are harvested, of course, by hand and carefully sorted to remove any damaged and unripe fruit. And then the grape then is fermented in a small, open-top stainless steel tank with the juice and skin contacted for up to 3 weeks. The wine then is aged in new French barrel for up to 2 years, with the final blending before selection based on tasting trials. Now let's talk scores. Scores for the various vintage of Screaming Eagle consistently receive very high marks from critics. And of course, it's expected for wine which is so highly sought after and expensive. Some of the highest scoring received by Screaming Eagle are the 92 vintage, which got 99 and 100 points, 97, 2002, 2010, 2015, all 100-point scoring wines from Robert Parker. Now, how did the price for the wine become so high? The high price of Screaming Eagle was due to a number of factors, including the winery's limited production, its high score from the wine critics, and of course its reputation as a cult winery. The winery produces only around 500 to 800 cases per year, so the demand far outstrips supplies. The wines are allocated through a mailing list, which people often wait more than 10 years on the list for an allocation, and it is often sold way before they even release the wine. The activity for this wine in the secondary market is also very wild, hence further increase the wine's value. Now, how does the wine taste? The Screaming Eagle is known for its power, richness, and elegance. Of course, it's a Cabernet Sauvignon based blend and is very complex and full bodies with layers of dark fruit, blackcurrant, chocolate, tobacco as kind of the main driving force of the wine. It does have a long finish, really nice soaking tannins, and really good balanced acidity. And it is very approachable, surprisingly, once you have a couple years of aging. Overall, this wine is built to age for a while, and I was lucky enough to taste the 92 all the way up to 2011 vintage in a setting once, and they are a lot of really great variation between the vintage, but overall all drinking extremely well. Here you have it, a deep dive on the famous Screaming Eagle. I mean, this wine is a true icon of the wine world, producing some of the most highly sought after and expensive bottle in the world, no matter how you think about it. If you ever have an opportunity to taste the Screaming Eagle wine, it is definitely an experience not to be missed. Cheers!